Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Location Rebel case study. I can't believe that I've been doing these for now 11 years. Location Rebel Academy just is about to celebrate its 11th anniversary. And truly, every time I do a testimonial call, we do a case study call, it's the most enjoyable part of what I do. So today we've got Adam Meyer, and I got an email from him a few months ago basically saying, I joined Location Rebel Academy. I wanted to make a change in my life. I started a freelance business, and now he's left his job. He's doing it full time and said that Location Rebel Academy was a big part of that. And so we're going to talk about what his journeys look like, how our course and community has kind of helped him along the way, and just kind of go from there. So Adam, I truly appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for taking the time to tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Sean. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah. So let's kind of go back to the beginning. So you joined a little over, actually not even, August of 2021. So less than a year ago. Tell me, what was your life like back then? What'd your day job look like? What kind of, got you to the point where you're thinking about, like, I'm not happy doing what I'm doing. It might be time to make a change.
Yeah. So I was working remotely from home as a project manager. I was in the architecture industry. So I was busy doing that. I've been in that role for about 10 years or so. But it just wasn't a passion of mine, like it wasn't a job I loved. The work wasn't fulfilling. I didn't really find that much meaning in it. I felt I was just super busy, swamped with work all the time. And I knew I needed to make a change. So a few years ago, I ended up going back to school to become a holistic nutritionist. So fitness and nutrition is a big passion of mine. So I'd gone back to school with the plan of starting my own business. Start my own business and then eventually starting clients. And then, sometime down the road, quit my day job ultimately.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the plan. But then COVID hit. And so I was kind of swamped with that. So my wife was home, my kids were home with me all the time. And I found I was just busier than ever. I was just stressed out to the max. Even though I was working. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just going to say, we were just talking about this. As now I've got an 18-month-old. I can't imagine when COVID hits, you have the whole family at home, 2 kids under 5. I think a lot of parents are going to be able to relate and say, wow, yeah, that's difficult. It's time consuming. It's nice to have family time, but it kind of completely changes the dynamic of your life, especially when you have full-time jobs.
Yeah, you're just getting that separation between home life, work life, that there's no balance. It didn't exist. It was just everything was just all mixed together and combined. So, but yeah, I found I was trying to work towards my business, but I was just way too swamped. Felt like I was just spinning my wheels, making no progress because I was just trying to build a business, working full time, being a parent. It was just felt like I was going nowhere. And when I had a particularly stressful week, I remember last August, and I was up late, couldn't sleep, just anxiety, stress, one of those nights. And so I just got up. I'm like, I'm not going to just lay in bed anymore. I'm not going to lay here. So I'm going to get up and just go online and just start searching for something that I got to find some alternate way to something has to change. And then I remember, I still remember exactly where I was sitting on my living room couch. I came across your YouTube videos. Yep. And I can't remember which one it was, but I just came across it and watched it. I'm like, well, this guy makes a lot of sense. Like what this guy's saying. Watch another video. Ended up being probably sat there for over an hour. And I started taking notes. And I was everything you were saying just totally resonated with me. And I just felt like this was a perfect fit for me. And there's always something kind of in the back of my mind when I was wanting to start my nutrition business. I was thinking once I get the business set up, maybe I could start doing some writing on the side. Yeah. Because I've always read a lot. I've loved writing. It's been kind of a hobby of mine for a long time. I've strayed away from it for a while, but I always thought down the road, maybe I'll write on the side. But then after watching your videos, I kind of just started thinking why can't I just do that now?
Well,
why don't I I was like, this would be the perfect bridge business. I'm like, I could start writing about nutrition, about fitness, about health. And then if I can make that a full-time thing, then I can start working. I'll have more time to work on this business that I want to grow. And I can all of that can be combined together ultimately. So watching your videos, that really made that click in my mind. I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking about this all totally wrong. I kept thinking in my head, oh, once I get to the destination, one day, then it'll happen. But I'm like, I have to take action now, do something bold, and then just take steps towards that.
Absolutely. And you took the words right out of my mouth with the term bridge business, where it's kind of cool, I'll start my own thing and then maybe I can do some writing, down the road. But what I've found is that because I truly believe writing is one of the easiest ways, if not the easiest way to build a business online, sustainable, be able to pay your bills, it gives you the free time to then focus on, the thing that you're most passionate about. So you end up joining. We're still in the middle of the pandemic in August of 2021. Job is still stressful. Family's still at home. How did you, when you first jumped into the community, how did you start carving out the time to work on the writing business? And what were some of the specific steps you took early on that led to some early successes?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's not easy. It takes hard work and discipline 100%. And commitment. So it was probably like a week after I discovered your videos. I was just watching all your YouTube stuff, taking notes. And then I went on your site and I was just debating taking the course. And I'm like, Matt, if I want to do this, I'm on the fence. I got to just do it. Just go all in. So I just signed up for the course and then I joined the academy, and the community I found right away was super helpful, like yourself and Liz, super responsive. Everyone's great to work with. I was posting questions on there and stuff in the community, and people respond right away. Yep. But as for specific actions, I just started following the steps. Like I just started reading your courses and just step by step, just like step one, like if you want to, if you need to build a website. Step two, do this. I just followed each step that you had outlined, and I found that super helpful just to use it as a guide.
I love hearing this because this is a recurring theme in some of these case study interviews. Is so often people will join and they kind of have preconceived notions of how they want to start, doing something or what they should do, or they'll read something and say, other people might do that, but I don't need to do that. And then so often they find themselves spinning their wheels because they're trying to reinvent the wheel. They're trying to do it their own way when, it's kind of been proven, the best way to build a business is kind of the process that we teach. And so often these conversations are from the people that say, I just followed the blueprint step by step. I went through, I did everything, you kind of mentioned to do. And to your point, it's hard work. It takes a lot of consistency and a lot of perseverance. But if you're willing to kind of push past that to get to the point where you get your first client, your second client, it really works. It's not a hard process. It's a simple process, but the difficult part is maintaining that consistency, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So I signed up the very end of August, and then for all of September 2021, I committed to I would get up at 4 a.m. every day. I'd make sure I wrote at least 500 words on some sort of health, nutrition, fitness related topic. I've just made sure I got to get at least 500 words every day. And then after I finished that, then I would work on my website. I just started building a freelance website. I was kind of fortunate where I had a bit of a leg up where I built a website for my nutrition business on WordPress previously. I'm by no means am I a web developer expert, but I knew basically enough just to get a rough website rough website up and running.
Totally.
So I worked on that.
I want to say, and I'll link to it below, your writing website is kind of the gold standard of writing websites. Going through it, I was like, this is everything you need. It's consistent. It looks good. It's simple. So if you're looking for a good example of a freelance writer's website, we'll link to his site below so you can check it out.
I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. That was something I noticed in the academy. A lot of people were posting questions about I don't know WordPress, or do I even need a website? How many pages do I need? Just super simple is really all you need. Just enough to show that you're professional, you're a real person, and you'd be a pleasure to work with, kind of thing.
And that you have exactly what it is. You did a good job. I always tell people, put photos of yourself. People want to know who they're working with, and you did a great job of that. So we do a whole separate video, and I'm sure I've done videos in the past about freelance writing websites. But anyway, just wanted to compliment you on a job well done there.
Thank you. But all that is due to you as well. So thank you very much. A lot of that is all the advice that you guys give in the course. So
awesome.
Anyways, I just stuck with that schedule, just writing, building the website. And then at the same time, in the evenings, I was just kind of building my my spreadsheet with my potential client list for my pitch list. So as you guys recommend in the course. So I was just building the website and writing every day. Then before I knew it, after 30 days, I had 6 blog posts. They were good to go. Website was done. So I had the website ready to go with 6 blog posts, and I had this huge spreadsheet of clients to reach out to. So then for all of October, it was just
how to reach out.
Just crafting these good LOIs as you guys give amazing templates in the course, so helpful. So just showing you're a real person, showing that you know how to communicate, and that you're not pushy, you're not trying to sell anything, you're just reaching out saying, hey, I have this experience, so I reach out, I saw you on such and such, and here's my contact info, here's my portfolio. And then I just did that for all of October, and before I knew it, I just got a few kind of bigger clients. They're give me one-off jobs. So I just had a few assignments in November, and a few more assignments in December. And so it was just a good little bit of money on the side. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I can do this for like maybe a year or two and just see where it goes. And then in January, I lucked out and I landed a big client that ended up like, it was like a big payday for me. It was like 16 articles over the course of the month. So big payday. I was able to like to take my family to Mexico on a trip in January with the money.
That's awesome.
And then from that, I got 2 more clients in February. And then I landed a third one that they were all giving me regular work, all saying like, will you do like 2 a week, 3 a week? And then one offered me like consistent, like full-time, like 5 articles per week. So I was just like drowning in work. And then, yeah, it came time. I was just like, I think I can actually like leave my job with this amount of work. I felt like a pretty bold move because I'm like, I'd only started doing this a few months ago, essentially. But I'm like, I just got to do it. I wanted to quit.
So you left your job in February. It's now July. Any regrets on that decision? You know, you're almost a year into this whole journey. Is it still kind of going as well as that, initial, push when you start getting those first clients?
Yeah, absolutely. 0 regrets, but it's been definitely had ups and downs. Like it's not a smooth ride. Like like when you're leaving a steady job like that, like you're sacrificing stability and reliability. So you're definitely putting your neck out there, but no, it's had its ups and downs, like with a few clients lost and just a few disagreements on other things, but overall it's been great. And
that's just kind of the nature of freelancing. I think that's a good reminder to people is, a lot of people think, grass is always greener, more freedom, more flexibility, which is all true. And that's great. But also with that can come, more stress when you do lose a client, when you have those disagreements, when, you are struggling to find clients. And that all kind of goes back to that perseverance aspect. And I think that kind of what you were saying, what we teach in the course, where it's like, look, set yourself up, build the website, build a huge list of potential clients. So whenever you get to the point where you need to find clients, you've already got a big list of, potential leads, potential people that might be a good fit that you can go back and kind of get into marketing mode. But also it's kind of like success begets success. It sounds like you got a couple big clients, which then led to even more clients. And then the snowball kind of keeps going.
Yeah, absolutely. It just kind of snowballed into there. Then for the winter and into spring, I was just super busy and to the clients. Now it's slowed down a little bit. Like I'm still totally fine here for the summer, but it's slowed down a bit, but I am kind of transitioning now back into that marketing mode going into the fall. But luckily I've built that massive list that I have of all these potential clients as you guys recommend. And I just kind of hitting that off, every day I just commit to like, okay, send 2 really good, well-crafted LOIs today and just do that and just keep reaching out and just consistency with that. It's just part of what I have to do in my daily work. And it's just, and you just keep doing that and it works.
And have you found, in my experience, so much of it is, quality over quantity when it comes to LOIs. Yes, you do need to, send a lot of them, but it's much better to send 2 a day that you've really finely crafted and personalized than 10 or 20 a day that are just kind of like a stock template. Have you found that to kind of be the case in your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. And the templates you guys give are super helpful. Like it's not like I've just copied and pasted your templates and just send it out, but it's just such a good, it just gives you a great idea of how to craft an LOI, how to personalize it and then send it out. But yeah, definitely sending a well-personalized one that you spend 15 minutes on versus just like mass emailing in 10 minutes makes all the difference.
Yeah, totally.
People can read, like people can sniff that out in a second, right? Like it's,
and you think about how many emails people like that, or, for instance, like me, how many emails I get a day from people pitching me on something. Yeah. And, 1 out of 20 is maybe a truly personalized, thoughtful email. So when you do that, that already is making you stand out. And at the very least is likely to get you a response, or at least a better chance of getting a response. And sometimes that's all you need is to open up the door for a conversation and see where it goes.
And another thing I'll add to that too is following up. I know you guys really stress that in the course and you talk about that in your videos, but that's all of my clients and all my steady work has been just due to me following up. All of them, like that big client I got in February that caused me to leave my job, like where I got steady 4 or 5 articles a week from them, was because like I initially emailed them in October, followed up again a couple of days later, followed up. It's early November. Then I finally heard back. And she's like, okay, we're starting to build a team. I'll reach out to you next month. Didn't hear back. I followed up January, followed up 2 weeks later. And then she's like, you've been so persistent. Like you've just been so friendly and good natured about this. I'd love to offer this opportunity to you. So I was like, yes,
that is amazing. And I think like that you said, friendly, good natured. I mean, the whole point of a freelancer is essentially to make a potential client or a client's job and their life easier. And one of the ways you can do that is by being friendly, by, getting them to the point where they look forward to hearing from you, because so often they're, dealing with negative people or unhappy people. And so that's been one of the keys to my success, is just always having a positive attitude and trying to always keep their needs first. And when you truly believe you can help them, a lot of people think the constant follow-ups are pesky or annoying. They'll tell you if they don't want to hear from you. And so until they kind of do, just be persistent, but always do it in a, kind of friendly, good natured, hey, I'm not trying to annoy you. Just want to, kind of follow up and see where things are at. So I think that's a really good point to make. With all of that said, you've been in the community for about a year now. For someone who's sitting here watching this, they're on the fence. They're like, I've been watching Sean's YouTube videos. I've seen his blog posts. I don't think it's a scam, but I want to make sure like it's the right fit for me. What advice would you give to that person?
Well, first of all, it's not a scam. Sean's a totally real, legit person. But no, I would say if you're on the fence about it, you just got to take that leap, and you just got to make that change in your life, make the change that you want to see happen. Sitting around and waiting for something to happen is never going to happen. You got to take charge of your own life. And I think if you feel like this is the right path for you, you should just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting around and waiting.
And it's one of those things where, we offer, 30-day guarantee. We do everything we can to personally help you. You mentioned Liz. If you don't know who Liz is, she's my right-hand woman. She helps with everything, Location Rebel, and she's a very successful freelancer in her own right. And so between the two of us, we do everything we can to, just give you the guidance on top of the coursework. But if you have questions, comments, concerns, that's what the forums are for. That's what our email support's for. So, hearing you say all these nice words and to see the success you've had over the course of the last 11 months or so is it truly is fulfilling and is a reminder of why we do what we do in the community. So I just want to say thank you for taking the time and, sharing your story. For the people that are watching this and they're like, hey, I want to learn more about, what he does, or I've actually been looking for a health and fitness writer. What's the best way people can go learn more about you, find out about your services and things like that?
You can reach out to me on my website. It's AdamMeyerHealthWriter.com. That's ADAMMEYER, healthwriter.com. And my Instagram handle, that's where I'm most active, is Adam Meyer, RHN, for registered holistic nutritionist. So that's where you can find me.
Very cool. If you have any questions about this, if there was something that was brought up, if you want clarifications, my guess is I'll be able to twist Adam's arm and be able to answer a few YouTube comments or things like that. Or if you want, more, details about his experience, I can put you in touch. But all that to say, if you're thinking about joining, I would love to have you. There's a reason Location Rebel Academy has now been around for 11 years. This is our 11th year anniversary, which is just mind-boggling to me, but it's all because of people like you that have helped make the community as strong and as successful as it is. So I thank you for being a part of the community, for helping out with that, and also just for sharing your story and allowing me to hear more about what's made you so successful with the new business. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Thanks a lot for your time and the opportunity to come on here, and really can't thank you enough for everything. It's absolutely changed my life. So thank you so much.
Man, it's my pleasure, and thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, you too.